It is written in the stars. This enchanted love of ours. It is written in the stars.
Peace, y'all. It's Amani Jade and my bae.
Najee A.M.
For that 30-day bae
Bay
challenge.
Brought to you by the Oakland
Mind. Thanks for joining us on this journey where we review one album a day, highlighting diverse bae talent, and creating appreciation, inspiration, and pride because we do what?
Show Love the Bay Way. And shout out to Olive Branch, who asked in our last review,
Where Ali at?
it's here, bro.
Here it at. So here we go. Same thing as we were doing before, except stay tuned for the question for the comments at the end of our video so you can weigh in specific to this album.
And that's 30 days, one Bay Area album a day. Subscribe now and stay with us. And welcome to day 19, Ali Boomaye by Locksmith. All right?
It's not called Ali
It's not, but still. Okay.
But tell us about the artist and what the album is actually.
Yes, we'll do that. This is the latest album that he has released. He also has a number of music videos on this album. He's from Richmond. Shout out to the Rich. He's a world-renowned battle rapper. He even beat Fab on the radio live, you know what I'm saying? And he's been on Grind Time. He's been on Team Backpack featured several times. He's half of the Bay Area duo, The Frontline, which is where he really got his start. He's Persian and black. His sister is MC Spice. He's appeared on BET, MTV, Shade 45, and a number of other channels out there. My man's is powerful, and he got a really strong track record, right? The album is named after his middle name, I believe. I think we talked to him, and that's what he said, is that it's named after his middle name. And a lot of the tracks have music videos.
Yeah, so once you go look at it after this and click our link, you'll see all of those. Also, shout out to him for being so dope. When he goes on his Instagram live and he be letting people come on and he be having long conversations with people, okay, he be keeping it real. Now, some people go on there to do random things, but
yeah, be
a real one and he will be a real one back.
Exactly.
And he's the reason why our honorable mention for today is MC Hammer. More on that later. Let's get into the music sound style. I think that he's tight. I'm just going to say that. He can spit super fast. He has all these dope literary devices. His alliteration, internal rhyme, his multi-syllabic rhymes. All these different styles he has. Like, he's hella good. And he just shows the complexity that he can stylistically be simple while maintaining real ass content, or he can turn it up if he wants.
And it's definitely like real poetic, you know what I'm saying, but also tense at times. Like, he really be spitting his heart out. Like, you could feel the veins in his neck popping when he be spitting. Like, straight up, man, his voice be like coming through that mic crazy, you
like
know what I'm saying?
In the song Tense or the song Clouds. But then also from that poetry, he also got that hyphiness, them subtle bass sounds, I guess I would call it, like in songs like Rhetoric, Alarm, Prison, He Said, She Said.
And there's some like low-key, you could say kind of spooky sounds in the mug, like where it gets kind of like low and bassy and spacey, but it's dope. He really uses that space well. Yeah,
you hear that a lot, I think, in Emperor's Clothes, On God, Give Me a Sec. But then also our fave, my fave maybe, a fave for me, is the boom bappy sounds like in Stars and No Lies.
Yeah, they nice. They nice. But let's go ahead and get into the messages that are also nice. And that's one of my favorite parts of Locksmith as an artist, right? And he has a lot of intentional, very thought-provoking, really revealing reality kind of content, like in songs Prison and Bloodline.
Yeah. Speaking on how they do us on the daily.
Straight up.
And then he talks about all kind of other struggles, geographical struggles, cultural struggles, ancestral struggles. He not only talks about them, he shows some of that in his videos. Clear reflections on all angles of all of the different identities that he holds being targeted.
He also talks about struggles that he has with the industry. He talks about the circus of critical media and mainstream media. And he has 2 songs that are actually about relationships. Selfish and He Said, She Said. They're He Said, She Said. Both of those pieces are real deep. And I would like to say real honest. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's coming from a super honest place in these songs and really telling the story. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. I think especially for men, to tell both the positives and negatives of love and to really have those conversations. And sometimes when people make songs about them, that opens up pathways for those conversations to occur.
Boom. And that's something I like about him. No matter what he's talking about, and he could be talking about a lot of things, he is a lot of things as a person, he's going to talk about some real shit when it comes to whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings me to my favorites. There were a lot of them. I like Rhetoric because there are no lies. And then I immediately like the sample in the song Stars and the boom bap. And Alarm is a whole vibe because the place is a bitch, the car is a bitch, but the girl is a girl. So, you know, I love that. But the final, I think, is going to be Prison. Just because it's too real. It's too much fire in his delivery. He's name dropping, calling out hypocrisy, calling out Kanye. And I like it best when he said, I don't trust the police or crack dealers because they both black killers.
Hard.
And I don't like that crack rock, even though I do love black girls that rock because I am one.
Hey, that's on life, man.
Yeah, what's your fave?
I got a couple of favorites. Because there's so many songs on this album that are really standout hits for me. And it's like every time I listen to it, I'm like, man, which one really is my favorite? I like this one. I like that one. I like that one. And to be real, he's one of the most consistent spitters that I've ever heard in my entire life. Right? Listen to his wealth of work. And every single time he puts the pen down, it's always about something that's meaningful. And for me, that meaning and that content is what comes first.
And when he freestyles, I was going to say.
Yes. Straight up. Straight up. He just be going off.
He's contending with you in the top 5 of the Bay Area dopest freestylers, I think.
For real. Hey, his writing, top tier, boy. His writing is top tier. But he's also definitely a really good freestyler as well, and he's very versatile. But the songs that I like are Selfish, because for me, I have a personal connection to that song. I was in a situation like that where I'm selfish. It's happened to a lot of us brothers out here. And like I said, we need to talk about it. Tell our stories, man. Tell our stories, okay?
Yeah, we ain't the only ones who got stories to tell.
That's facts. The other song I like is Tense, because it is tense, but it's also really positive. And I love a good positive song. I love a good real song that just gives it to you like it is, raw and straight. But at the same time, I like songs that are more positive as well and that can be hopeful while also giving it to you straight.
That's
you
right.
Feel me?
You feel me? I feel you. And if you feel us and you feel this album, also check out the honorable mention, MC Hammer. Let's get it started. Locksmith chose this himself when we talked to him on his live. So that's why we picked it. That's dope. We appreciate him embodying that, showing that Bay love. And also comment below, like, subscribe, stay in tune with our daily reviews for this 30-day Bay challenge. And here is the question for the comments. How do you feel about rappers who focus on social and political content?
It's a good question.
We ain't gonna come after you in the comments if you keep it real and you say the wrong thing.
For real. But we can't help you if somebody else come after you. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Okay?
But I want to know what you think and if you really know where hip-hop was born.
Hey.
So click the link popping up and below. And we'll see you next time for the 30-day Bay challenge where we show love
The Bay way.
the Bay way.
Woo.
Yay, we're doing it again. We're gonna finish. Peace.
Peace.
Rituals. And Kanye said slavery was an amalgam. And 2 weeks later, you niggas still bought his album. I don't trust the po-po or the crack dealers. Cause both of them motherfuckers are black killers.